Good afternoon, my people. It is Wednesday once again, so it's time for my midweek pickup. Um, if y'all watched last week, I told you it'd be a change in scenery this week, and I don't know if you could tell, but it is. I am no longer confined in where I used to be at, and even though it's only been 3 days so far, the feeling is awesome. It's wonderful. Um, it's just something that I've been struggling with for the past year. And when you finally do it, especially when you finally realize that you have done it, it's a joy that comes over you that's like none other. I don't think I've smiled this much in the past 4 years, except for when my daughter was born, of course. But just to go out there and take that jump is something that is so um, powerful and motivating and just uplifting. It's something that I encourage anybody to do that has a real solid plan and who has a gift from God, who knows what their gift is, who's good at their gift, who has good product that's going to be able to propel you to the next level. Just something that you know that the world is going to need forever. And once you have that and you know that it's something that people are going to need, go for it. Just go out there and get it. Get whatever you have to do in order to get to that point and just do it. Trust me, I was so fearful for so long in doing this. I would wonder about things and, think so negative. Oh, what if this happens? Or what if this is going to happen? But it's called a leap of faith for a reason. You're stepping out on faith, so you don't know what's going to happen. But at the same time, that does not mean that you need to sit there and prepare for the worst. That's a thing. That's something that we do as people in our society is we don't really think about the good that could come of it. We only think about what's the bad that can happen. Now, at my job, I used to say that I hated it so much and everything like that. And it's not that I hated it per se, I just hated the cap that I had on myself, because I love helping people. That's something that I do. It's something that I love doing. I think that was something that I got from my dad or whatever, because he loves helping people too. But it's something that I was doing there. Even though I didn't like being there, I liked the fact that I could help people. I would conference people. I would talk to my clients. I'd do anything in my power that I could to go the extra mile to help them. And that's what kind of kept me anchored there for a while, because I was fulfilling a purpose. I just wasn't fulfilling the real purpose that I have for myself in life. And once you figure out what your real purpose is in life, then that's what you have to do. You have to go for it. You have to no holds barred. There's going to be so many people that you would think have your back and are in your corner, and they're not going to be, because for one, they don't understand what you're thinking. They don't understand your dreams, because these are your dreams. And I've said this before. Nobody is going to understand or see your goal that you have set in your head, because they're not you, so they're not going to see it. Now, a perfect stranger may see it before somebody that you've known for 10 or 20 years plus. Even somebody, like your parents, they might not see where you're coming from. But a complete stranger may see you and may see, hey, I can tell that he has fire in his eyes or she has fire in her eyes for what she's trying to do, and then they may help you. And that should be something that you use for fuel to your fire, because when a total stranger can reach out to you and they see that you have potential, even if they haven't seen your product, or even if they haven't tasted what you have to bring to the table, or even if they have never seen any of your work, but they can, something in them says, hey, I can see the passion that this person has for this, what they're trying to do. Let me go on and help them out. Perfect example. Yesterday, I went to go pick up some wood. It wasn't a lot of wood that I was picking up, but with this week that I've been off, I've been trying to prepare the business for inventory purposes. So I've been, buying items and buying things that I need, and just trying to stack up on inventory. Went to 529, FM 529. If you're not from Houston, you're not gonna relate to this, but FM 529 soil, and they have firewood there. And I went there. I was ready to buy the firewood and everything. And I told the guy, just tell me how much it is. I pay you whatever. We go from there. And he asked me about, what I was trying to do and everything. And I told him a little bit about it. Gave him a flyer and everything. And when he gave me the total or whatever, and I reached in my pocket, he stopped me. He said, "Hey, don't worry about that. Maybe I can get a credit one day if you want to bring us some lunch or something like that." He was like, "I just want you to stay on course and keep going, keep pushing for your goal." And that right there is something that inspired me even more, because for this guy that I've only met, for 5 good minutes, and I kind of told him what I was planning and what I was trying to do with my life and my business, for him to go on, and even if it was $5 worth of wood or $10 worth of wood or $150 worth of wood, he was ready to help me fulfill my dream. Amazing. That's something that is completely amazing. And when you are really passionate about something and it's coming off of you, it's coming out of your pores, it's coming, you ain't even musty no more. That's just passion that they smelling. People are going to look at you in a different light. They're going to say, "Hey, I could feel that this person is really trying to do what they say they're trying to do." And then you may get help from those who you wouldn't think would help you. And you may not get help from those who you do think would help you. But that's nothing to get you discouraged or nothing like that. Only focus on positive aspects only. If somebody tells you, "Oh, that's the worst decision you could have made. You're going to fail. You shouldn't have did that. You got this to look after. You got that to look after." You know what I'm saying? Don't even get mad at them. Just smile in their face and just be like, "I feel you, appreciate your advice," or whatever. You go on and walk away, because in your mind, you know what you really want to do. They don't know what you really want to do, because if you're smart, you're not giving everybody everything that you have planned anyway. But then at the same time, they're not going to know what it is that you're really trying to do. So of course they're not going to see it in your eyes. They're only going to see it in their eyes. They're going to put themselves somewhat in your shoes and be like, "Hey, I know that I couldn't do that, and then they're trying to do it, so I'm just going to tell them what I think would happen to me." That's not the type of inspiration that you need. Positive aspect, positive vibes only. That's all that you need. That's all that you need to focus on, especially when you take that jump, because you're going to get scraped. You're going to get cut, but it's going to happen for you sooner or later. So just know, you know what I'm saying, before you get to the finish line, you might get discouraged and want to quit and all this other kind of stuff. Don't quit on yourself. Never, ever, ever quit on yourself, because everybody else will quit on you. But then when you quit on yourself, that's showing everybody that you don't have any faith in nothing that you do, which means they're not going to have faith in anything that you do. So you have to make sure you have a good barrier. You have to make sure that you have a good cape on your back, and you just have to go. You got to push. You got to do something every day that's going to benefit you and your business every day, no matter what it is, no matter what business you're in, whatever you can do. Even if it's something small, do it. Because if you don't do it, you're going to sit in a rut, and then the rut's going to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And then when you're trying to crawl and get out that hole, more dirt's going to fall in your face, and then you're going to get pushed back down in the hole. It's levels to it, and you have to really understand what the levels are. And, I'm just saying this because this is something that I'm going through. I'm trying to help as many people as I can through my own situations, but I don't even know what's going to come around the corner tomorrow or the next day. You could plan and plan and plan, but you don't ever really know what's going to really happen. But the best thing is to always have that good mind state and be ready for anything that could happen. Because if you're always ready and prepared, the fall or the trip or the little bump is not going to seem as bad as it would if you wasn't prepared. I mean, think about it really. If you were prepared, if you see the speed bump coming, you're not still going to be going 35, 40 miles an hour. You're going to be like, okay, let me slow down to about 5 real quick, go over the speed bump. Then I increase my speed and keep going. But and then it's gonna be cool. You go over it or whatever, and then just go pass you by. But if you don't see what's coming ahead of you, you don't see the speed bump right in front of you, and you hit it at 35, 40 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying? You go fly up in the air, you might mess something up under your car, you know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't prepared for that speed bump. If you prepare yourself for certain speed bumps and certain niches that you might come in contact with, you're gonna be just fine. Trust me, you're gonna be just fine. Just always believe in yourself, number one. Make sure you have something that motivates you. If it's not just you, you may need to get something else that's going to help motivate you. And make sure that you're always aware of the blessings that could be around you and the blessings that are around you. Because if you're not aware, if you're not focused, you're not going to be able to see things for what they really are. And you're not going to be able to catch a blessing when you can. It's going to fall on the floor, and then you're going to have to bend down and pick it up, which is going to waste some of the time that you had where you could be pushing, doing something way better. So with that being said, I'm going to go on and wrap up this week's midweek pickup. You know what I always say, put God first, family second, everything else will follow. And that is the truth. You have to make sure you have a strong foundation. You have to make sure that you got God at the top of your pyramid. And then, like I said, everything else is going to follow. With that being said, I will see y'all next week. I started something new on 97.9 The Box, Inspirational Wednesdays. Y'all check that out every morning on Wednesdays too. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about motivation. I'm all about self-progression. I'm all about things that's going to make us be better, because that's what we need to do. We need to be better so the next generation can be better than what we were. That's all that I'm trying to do. So with that being said, I will see y'all next week. Take care, plan. Just get everything lined up for yourself so you can see it on paper, and then execute. Execute, execute, execute. Peace out, people.